I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on trigonometry. In this particular video, we'll discuss some extended applications. Here, we'll be given the area of a triangle and we'll find possible combination of sides and angles. This is extremely important question from examination point of view. Some of the most difficult questions on this topic are like we are going to discuss here. So as you know, one of the formulas to find area of the triangle is half AB sine C if you are given two sides and included angle. So if you consider this particular triangle here, and if side A and B is given along with angle C, we can find the area of this triangle using the given formula. Now once you find the area, you could also find the opposite side using cosine law. So both these formulas are given to you right here. Based on this, we have two questions. You can pause the video, read the questions, answer them, and then look into my suggestions. Well, both questions are very similar. The very first one is, area of the triangle ABC is 20 centimeters square with sides of length 6 centimeter and 8 centimeter. We'll assume these sides to be A and B. Find possible value of included angle C and find the measure of side length C. So when we say side length C, it is always considered opposite to the vertex C. In the second example, we are given the area of the triangle ABC, which is 18 square root 3 centimeter square with side lengths of 9 and 8 centimeter. Find possible exact value of the included angle C. So in the second case, you have to work out with the exact angles. So you definitely need calculator for these set of questions. Let's move on and first understand the formula itself, the basic concept. So again, we'll consider the given triangle. Let me also take a figure of another triangle. Let's say a simpler one which we normally see, which is kind of like this. Now let us say we are given the sides AB and the angle C. So that means the vertex will be A and B as shown here. By nomenclature, opposite side to the vertex is lowercase of the same. Now in this case, if I drop a perpendicular from, let's say, B, in that case, the height of the triangle is what? That is what you need to figure out. You know, area of the triangle is half of base times height. Correct? Now in this particular case, what is height equals to? Now, if you use sine ratio, then you can say sine C is equal to height h over b, and from here you get height as equals to b times sine c. Replacing the height with b sine c, we get our formula. So we can say that the area of triangle is equals to half, base is a for you, and the height is b sine c. Do you see that? So it is that simple. So you already kind of know the formula, but here is a straightforward proof for you. Cosine law is well known to you. We can find the third side knowing the 2 and the included angle using the particular formula. Now what I want to lay stress on is kind of very important, and that is to understand that the formula includes sine c. What is the value of sine 180 degrees minus c equals to? Well, that is also equal to sine c. Correct? That is also equal to sine c. So these are complementary angles. So if you have, let us say, a case where you find that this is your angle alpha. In that case, 180 minus alpha is the same angle as far as sine is concerned. So you get the same result. Does it make sense to you, right? So these two triangles which you see here is the situation which I am going to explore further. And that indicates one thing, and that is possibility of two solutions. Now that is critical to understand, as many times students may forget to provide complete solution. That is, they may only give you one particular triangle, missing half of the marks. That'd be very crucial. Now with that introduction, and the key point is that in this situation, until and unless it's a right angle triangle, for any oblique triangle, oblique triangle means that it is not a right triangle, right? It could be an acute angle triangle or with one obtuse angle. We have two solutions for given angle. Okay, so now let's begin with question number 1. The area of the triangle ABC is 20 centimeters square over the side length of 6 centimeter and 8 centimeters. So let us say that we have the situation as, let's say this is one side and the other side is here. Okay. So these are the two sides given to us. We'll write as 6 and 8. Let's say this is 6 and this is 8. And the area here is 20 centimeters square. So we can write down that the area A is equal to 20, which is half of the two sides. Let's call this angle as C and these as A and B. So half of 8 times 6, we have applied the formula directly, okay, and sine of angle C. Now from here, we can find what the angle C is. C will be equal to 20 times 2 divided by, let's write in brackets, 8 times 6. Or C is equal to sine inverse of all this. So which is, we can always calculate, but anyway, let's write down same figures. 20 times 2 over, let's say, 48. Okay, let's write 40 over 48. Since we are going to use the calculator, there is no point simplifying it. So it should be in degrees, and we'll do sine inverse of 40 over 48. What do we get? We get an angle of 56.44. So that is the angle. As we discussed, there is possibility of two particular solutions here. We could also get a situation where the angle C could be complementary, like this. Even then, we have the same result. That is to say, this side becomes 6, and in that case, the height, as you can see, will be exactly same. Do you understand? So we have a situation here where one angle C has been found as 56.44, but we also have another solution which is the angle 180 degrees minus 56. So we'll call that as C dash, which is equal to 180 degrees minus 56.44, which is equal to, we'll just take away 180, and then we get 123.55. let's write 5, 6. So these are the two angles, and these are the two possible triangles which can be formed. Does make sense to you, right? So we found part A of this, which is find possible values of included angle C. Remember, there are two possible angles, and therefore we should actually find both of them as shown here. Now we'll continue and find the side length C using the cosine angle, the cosine law, right? So the two angles are 56.44 and 123.56. So in our case, we got two angles. We have angle C as 56.44 degrees and the other angle C, which we'll call C dash, as 123.56. Now for both these angles, and the triangle sides were 6 and 8 for us, let's redraw the triangle. And that is the angle which we are saying, 54.44. We have to find the opposite side, C. So C squared is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos of C. So from here we can find C. So the length C is square root of, side lengths are 6 square plus 8 square minus 2 times 6 times 8 times cos of 56.44. So using calculator, let's figure out this answer. So we get 6 square plus 8 square minus 2 times 6 times 8 times cos of 56.44 bracket close equals 2, and then which is 46 square root of 46.93. We'll do square root of this. Square root of our answer gives you 6.85. The units are centimeters, right? So we get our answer of the angle is 6.85 centimeters. Now the other angle is 180 minus 54.5. You can say 54.4. So if I replace, what we are trying to say is cos of 180 minus, let's say theta, is basically equal to minus cos theta. Perfect. So using this property, we know that the other side should be how much? So the other side C should basically be plus here, right? So it'll be 6 square plus 8 square. You could use minus, and then I'll, in the next example, take that as plus. Cos of the angle 123.56. And when you calculate this, what do you get? So we get square root of, within bracket, let me write all the values this time, 6 square plus 8 square minus 2 times 6 times 8 times cos of 123.56 brackets closed equal to 12.37. Correct? So these are the answers. We could approximate them to one decimal place as 12.4 centimeters and this as 6.9 centimeters. Perfect. So that is how we can find two sets of triangles, right? So we get two sets of angles. So if the angle C is equal to 56.44 degrees, in that case, the side length C is 6.9 centimeters, and if the angle C is 123.56 degrees, then the side is 12.4 centimeters. Is that clear to you? That is how these questions should be solved. Now here is another example where we have taken exact numbers. So square root 3 reminds you of 30, 60, 90 triangle, correct? So the question here is, the area of a triangle ABC is 18 square root 3. So let me write this triangle area as half AB sine C. And this is given to us as 18 square root 3. So the area of triangle with the side lengths 9 and 8. So I'm replacing this with 9 and 8, and we'll find what sine C is. Doesn't make sense to you, right? We just use straight formula. Perfect. And now from here, we can cross multiply and say sine C is equal to 2 times 18 square root 3 over 9 times 8. So you can simplify. 9 goes 2 times, and 2 and 2 is 4. 4 goes 2 times. So what we get here is basically square root 3 over 2. Now the special triangles can help you find the answer. So we have a special triangle 60, 30. So whenever there is square root 3 involved, we could always make our special triangle, and that is 1, 2. If it is 60 degrees, right, 90 degrees. And here we have square root of 3. Now sine is square root of 3 over 2. That means C is 60 degrees, correct? Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So we get C, the angle C is 60 degrees. Is that clear to you? So that is how we get one of our angles. What is the other angle? So as we have seen in the last example, always in these cases, we actually have two cases. So we are given 8 and 9, right? So let's say this is 9 this time, okay? And this is 8 for us. So this is 9 units, and that is 8. So in that case, we could also have another triangle. We just found this angle to be 60 degrees. So in that case, we do have another triangle which will be on this side. And so this particular angle is going to be 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. Perfect. So we get the other angle C as 120 degrees. So we have two angles here and two possible triangles as shown here. Is that correct? Perfect. So we have 60 degrees and 120 degrees. And now in the next page, we'll find the measure of the length C. Now let's find the measure of the length C. C is basically equal to square root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos of the angle, which is C for us. Now in our case, C is equal to 60 degrees and C dash is 180 degrees minus 60 degrees, which is equal to, when we consider the cosine, then the cos value is negative of this, right? So we have two different answers here. Sorry, this is minus. So we get the length C as square root of the side lengths are 8 and 9, right? So we had 8 and 9 as the side lengths. So we'll take those values. Let me write down these values here, where A equals to 8 centimeters and B equals to 9 centimeters. Perfect. So we have 8 square plus 9 square minus 2 times 8 times 9 times cos of 60 degrees. That is one of your answers. And the other answer is 8 square plus 9 square minus 2 times 8 times 9 of cos of 180 minus 60 degrees. Does it make sense to you? Now that really makes this sign as positive, right? So I want to rewrite this since I want to emphasize on a very particular point, and that is only the sign changes to find the angle combination with the side. And you could write this as cos of 60 degrees since cos of 180 degrees minus theta equals to minus cos theta. Now because of that, we can write this particular relation. Correct? So basically it is plus and minus of this particular sign here. Is that correct? Now based on this, let's do our calculations and find the answer. So we'll do 8 square plus 9 square minus 2 times 8 times 9 times cos of 60, and we'll do square root of our answer, which gives you square root of 73. And in the other case, we'll just do this plus part. So we have 8 square plus 9 square plus 2 times 8 times 9 times cos of 60 degrees, and we'll square root our answer to get the result as 217. Perfect. So that is how we are going to answer this particular question. So I hope with this you have learned the concept, and the key here is that we have two solutions, right? So let's get back to the original. So the key here is that we have two sets of triangles to be considered. One. We also found that one angle is C and the other angle is 180 degrees minus this measure of C, right? These are the two angles. And the third thing which we found is the side basically will be a square plus b square plus and minus 2ab cos of C. So that becomes, in a nutshell, the summary of our results. That is extremely important to understand. These are very popular test questions, and if you pay attention to this particular video, it can actually help you earn marks in a particular test paper. I hope that makes sense. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.